Cableland, South Africa first existed as the name of a company before it existed as the name of a country. In fact, it took 22 years before it existed as the name of a country. Listen, South Africa is not a name of a country, it's the name of a region. South Africa is a Confucius name because when you say you are from South Africa, you confuse people because we have other countries in the region of South Africa. You confuse yourself when you think there's a difference between South and Southern. You are confusing yourself. The town crier, the voice of our Cableland, will open your eyes today. Pay attention. You see, I am teaching you before the ancestors, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah. I am teaching you before the president of Wenamino of Zazu. Listen, the last time I taught you that Nigeria was sold for £865,000, John Goldie, I taught you. I will still go into details because some of you are asking me, what was that company trading, town crier? Don't worry, I will make a video, I will teach you. I just came back from work. I could not go to the altar or the water side. And so I said, because I promised to teach you, I'm going to teach you in the studio, in the presence of the ancestors. They bear witness. Pay attention. You see, South Africa first existed as the name of a company. Who was that? John Cecil Rhodes. That was in the year when 1888 to 1889. He created a company. He called it the British South African Company. The British South African Company. Look at the logo there. That was their logo. That was the name of the company. As a company, you know what a company does. Listen, I'm going to connect so many dots. I will calm down so everyone can understand. Listen, pay attention. Follow me carefully. You see, just like George Goldie established, okay, that company in West Africa, Royal Niger Company, and I told you that he needed power. At some point, he don't have that power until he was given a royal charter. The same thing happened here. Pay attention. John Cecil Rhodes, after establishing that company, did not have an exclusive right to do some things that he wanted to do in that region of South Africa. He needed a royal charter, and he knew that he needed a royal charter. What did he do? In the month, because I'll be giving you months so you can make your own facts and find out. In the month 30th of April, 1889, do you know what he did? He wrote a letter and applied that he wants to be given a royal charter. What is a royal charter? I told you in my last class that royal charter happens to be what? An official document issued by the British Crown. What is the British Crown? The British monarch. Who does the monarch represent at this time? Queen Victoria. Given to an individual, given to a company, given to an institution to do what? To do whatever they want to do in any geographical location that you have the British backing. He needed that backing so he can take over that territory, that sovereignty, that geographical location. So what did he do? He applied for that charter, royal charter, on the 30th of April 1889. That royal charter was approved on the 15th of October 1889 by Queen Victoria. It was approved, but it has not been given. There's a difference between what being given and being approved. It was approved, but it has not been given, because for it to be given, a document will be handed over to you. It was now given on the 29th of October. That same month that it was approved, it was still given. It was approved in which month? 15th October. When was it now given? 29th October. The same year, 1889. But then it was not taken into effect. It became effective on the month of December, 20th December, 1889. That is when he started using the royal charter to collect taxes and levies from people in that region and force them to do whatever that he wants them to do, using the name British South African Company. At that time, there was no country in Africa called South Africa, only a company. Follow me carefully. In the year 1895, he now changed the name of that country, the name of that region, because it was not a country. People were existing, Africans. He now changed the name and called it what? He called it Rhodesia, from his name, Cecil John Rhodes. Follow me carefully. That was in Zambia and Zimbabwe. He called one Northern Rhodesia and the other one Southern Rhodesia. From his name, 1895. This was not in the place you know today as South Africa, but in the region of South Africa. Not in the country you know as South Africa, but in that region. Follow me carefully. Why was that company not operating in the place you know today as South Africa? Why? Because you have different people there. Who are the people there? The Dutch, the Boers. When did they come in the place you know as South Africa? 1652. Johan van Riebeeck. Who brought him there? A company. Always a company. I told you that a company does the dirty work and the administration takes over. A company. What was that company? That was the Dutch East Indian Company. They were dealing with spice. They used to go to a place called Indonesia to deal with spice. So they wanted a place that would be their refreshment center. And so they came and stayed in a place called the Cape of Good Hope. Pay attention. So the Boers, the Dutch people, were predominant when it comes to that foreign base in that place you know today as South Africa as a country. So the British were not there. But the British wanted to be there. Remember, the Berlin Conference is over. They have already shared, but yet Britain wanted to be there in South Africa. So what did they do? The British and the Dutch, the Boers, they fought a war in the place you know today as South Africa. When? 11th October 1899. The war ended on the 31st of May 1902. It was called the Second Boers War. In that place, the Boers controlled two republics in what you know today as South Africa. Two republics. The Transvaal Republic and the Orange Free State. The British fought them. The war ended on the 31st of May 1902. Britain won. When Britain won, a treaty was signed. It was called the Treaty of Veingen. That was what that treaty was called. Now listen, this is where it gets interesting. What was discussed in that treaty? And who were the people in that treaty? Black South Africans were not in that treaty. The people in that treaty were the Boers and the British. What did they discuss? They discussed and said, okay, the war has ended. We, the Boers, we are going to be under British sovereignty. Britain, rule. Okay? Rule. And then a law was made. The law is that eventually, when Britain will leave, what you know that South Africa, that they are going to hand over power to the white minority, the Boers, that they will give them self-governance. And they also signed that the Afrikaner language is going to be the official language of the country. That is why when you were complaining and saying you want to be taught in your mother's tongue as South Africans, they refused. And the British could not do anything. The world could not do anything. Because why? They knew what they discussed at the Treaty of Veingen. They discussed and shared power. When we go, you rule. That's why in 1948, when apartheid regime started, Commonwealth did not listen to anybody. Because they knew what they agreed with their brothers. Pay attention. And so, that was what agreed in the Treaty of Veingen. Then, on the 31st of May, 1910, that was when Britain now amalgamated the different republics in South Africa as a country. He amalgamated the Transvaal, the Natal, the Orange Free State, and the Cape Colony, 4 of them, and called it the Union of South Africa. The Union of South Africa in 1910. That is 22 years after the company called British South African Company was established. 22 years. Follow me carefully. When the South Africa changed the name Union of South Africa, it was on the 31st of May 1961. Why? It was not even the Black South Africans. It was the Boers that said, okay, now it is no longer going to be the Union of South Africa. It's going to be the Republic of South Africa. But then there was something called white referendum. The whites had a referendum and said, okay, we are going to have a Republic of South Africa and no longer a Union of South Africa. Why? Because we are going to pull out from where? We are going to pull out from Commonwealth. They pulled out and they called it what? Republic of South Africa. Then you were still under apartheid regime, because apartheid regime started what? In 1948. People who were Pan-African conscious started fighting and say, we are not South Africa. We are North. It's better you call it Tanzania and other indigenous names than to call us South Africa. But today, you who don't study, don't make research, you say, no, we are South Africa. A name that was given. But why is it that nobody wants to change the name today? Why? Because if you give this place you know today as South Africa, if you give it any African indigenous name, you are actually saying that this place is a home for the black South Africans. And the Boers will not want that. They want a name that will only reflect the name of a geographical location, than it will reflect an indigenous presence. Do you understand? In 1980, we say we are not Rhodesia. We cannot be answering your name. And we say we are what? Zimbabwe, a name gotten from Shona language, the house of the rock. Zambia said the same thing. We are not Rhodesia. We are not Southern Rhodesia. We are Zambia. In our place in Gold Coast, Kwame Nkrumah said we are not Gold Coast. We are Ghana. Thomas Sankara said we are not Upper Volta. We are Burkina Faso. Why was it easy? Because it was black-dominated areas. But in that place where the Boers are, they refuse. You will not answer any name indigenous. You will answer a name that reflects a geographical location. The name we gave you in 1910. The name that became a company in 1888. As simple as that. You may think Tankwaya is just a name. It's not just a name. Names are identity. Name carry a whole lot of significant meaning. Akebolan. Wisdom is the principal thing. I said, let me calm down and teach you. I just came back from work and someone reminded me that I promised to diagnose these things. I hope you understand. I love you and I care about you. And stop complaining that videos are lengthy. This is not a content. This is teaching. It has to be lengthy. Details have to be getting. If you're in a haste, this place is not for you. Do you understand? Request for books I will give you for free to read and understand. But the truth is that what I just did for you, there's no book where you can just read and get information. Revelation knowledge comes with what? Connecting the dots. Crossing the T's and dotting the I's. You connect the dots. Do you understand? But I'll still give you books so you can read. I'll give you this, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, and others so you can understand. It's not an attack on anybody. I love our brothers in the Southern Africa, okay? But we have to change their name so you don't confuse people, because we are not the only country in that region of South Africa. And don't deceive yourself to say there's a difference between South and Southern. No, there's no difference. There's no difference. If you say there's a difference, you have gone bananas. Jaja bula bula. The video is already getting too lengthy. Let it not get too lengthy. Let's stop at this, okay? Next time I'll still go into detail to teach you. If you want me to teach you into details on what that company was doing in Nigeria, into details, comment, Tankra, tell me more, and I will tell you more. If you have gotten to this level of this video, it means that you know what you are doing. I love you and I care about you. Akebolan. My class on how to be a teacher and not just a content creator starts on Monday. If you want to be part of it, a number will drop in the comment section. Make sure you join the class. I will teach you personally. My admin will get to you. Don't call the number, WhatsApp, they will get to you. I'll be going from school to school to give books and to teach African children. If you want to participate, please inbox me, message me, okay? Send a WhatsApp message to that WhatsApp number there, okay? Message me. We'll get your fund. We can buy books and give people. Be part of it. Change life. We are building a new Akebolan. One day, I will tell you the meaning of Akebolan. Different from what you already know. Akebolan. Wisdom. It's a principle thing. Aha!